Hi, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I am so excited and honored to be here with one of my dear friends, Hannah Fraser, also known as Hannah Mermaid, who is an incredible underwater performance artist and real-life mermaid. No joke. So, hello, Hannah.
Such a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you. I really feel inspired to share you and your message with the world. As a inspirational magnetic goddess herself, when we're really aligned with the frequency of yes and our inner magnetic goddess, it's like where our passion and purpose really meets.
Coalesce.
Yes, and connects, and how you can use your passion and your creativity and your gifts to really make change in the world.
Yeah, it's been a lifelong journey for me of finding that, because at the beginning of my life, as a very shy child, it was all about just trying to find a voice and trying to find my commitment to being whole in who I am and what I want to give. And that took the form of art, which turned into performance, which turned into being an underwater mermaid performance artist. And it wasn't until I gave myself fully to my own passion that I then recognized how I was able to serve the world at large and in turn give of the gift that I'd found for myself.
So how has your, kind of dream and fantasy turned into this message, the strong message of environmentalism, and, what is your strongest message and what can you share with us, and how your passion has turned into this strong message?
It was undeniably obvious once you start putting yourself out into the world and becoming conscious of what is around you, and you're passionate about something, then you care. And I care about animals. I care about the underwater world. I care about the beaches, because that's the place that makes me feel alive and whole and like I'm living my bliss. So when I saw those places being destructed by overfishing, pollution, and just commercialism, then there was nothing else to do except to try and make a difference. And I've been really lucky that I've found a way to use the artistry to bring a message in a way that's palatable for people, because most of the time we're just overwhelmed by gloom and doom and this intensity and the depression of a world that is really quite messy right now. There's a lot of beauty, but there's a lot of destruction. And especially our generation, we are the first ones that have grown up being told your world might not exist by the time you get old. And that's a really heavy cross to bear. So we want to live joyful, fulfilled, beautiful lives where we're connecting to purpose and bliss, and yet there's all this destruction. So how do we bring those things together? Well, for me, it was creating connection between human and nature in beautiful imagery underwater, connecting with whales, dolphins, sharks, things that we're often very scared of as humans because they're the unknown. And so by creating connection and really going into their world and respecting them, creating campaigns to save them, to conserve the ocean itself, and to bring back coral regeneration and clean beaches and water conservation. So it's aligning your my art as a mermaid to a purpose that's bigger than myself.
So beautiful. Yeah, I just had the pleasure of watching your incredible TED Talk, and so many of those statistics I had no idea. And I think, many of us kind of live in this world where we don't really fully know or want to know what's happening. So you've definitely inspired me to really just have my eyes wide open and see, how can I actually make a difference? I mean, because I think that's the thing, is like, how can each of us with our own unique voice and expression actually make a difference? And, what would you say to that, for those of us listening?
Yeah, well, I think it's really important to connect to your own sense of purpose, bliss, and artistry first, because if you run around trying to save or fix the planet from a place of lack within yourself and a place of depression, then that's not inspiring, and that's not going to inspire other people. So I think the work that you're doing with your workshops and your coaching and your webisodes is truly where it's at, because it's empowering people, it's aligning people to their purpose and their bliss. And from that place, each person knows what that thing is that excites them, the little bubble that they get. They wake up and they think, ooh, I'm going to paint a picture today, or I'm going to engineer something, or I'm going to like talk to people. And so it's finding that thing connected to your confidence and your bliss and using it. So there's no hard and fast rules. I mean, obviously we don't know, save the water, pick up your trash. We know all the things to do, and it's just like, just do those things. But what's really important is to find your own personal art form, align it to a cause, and that's where the magic happens.
I love that. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I definitely recommend checking out Hannah's incredible TED Talk. And I'm so inspired to see, because so much of the work that I do as well is around connecting to our visions and dreams, and almost like this fantasy, but how then you bring that fantasy into reality and how it can actually serve the world is the next level. And
it's turning fantasy into reality, and that's more than just talking about it. It's taking the physical steps.
Action.
I wanted to be a mermaid, so I spent a year making a mermaid tail, and then continued on for 13 years refining and designing that to make it fully functional, waterproof, and beautiful. So it's like, ground it out, put it into action, and then you can live your fantasy.
Yeah, taking the time to refine and to really go inside and to connect with your own, personal passion and how that wants to live out in the world.
And doing it from a place that you would do it anyway, whether it was going to be career, money, anything. It's just that thing. You can't help yourself because that's your sole purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
To live your yes.
Live the yes.
To know your yes. Aw. But thank you so much. And thank
pleasure.
you. And have a beautiful, beautiful day. Ciao.